now.
Hi, welcome in. My name is Victoria Vong, and I would like to introduce my other group mates.
Hello, my name is Paris Sarakti.
Hello, my name is Andy Quinn.
Hi, my name is Carter O'Hare. This is our presentation on the miscommunication in Lacey's. Before we get started, I just wanted to thank you guys for giving us the opportunity to pitch the possible solution for the miscommunication within your organization. Let's first get started with a little background information on the organization. Lacey's is headquartered in New York City, United States, and is considered the country's leading omnichannel fashion retailer. In the 1990s, Lacey's joined forces with other federated department stores such as Bloomingdale's and Bluemercury. Once joining forces with these stores, Lacey's saw exponential growth in their company. Lacey's operates in the retail industry with interests in fashion, beauty and wellness products, furniture, and other consumer goods. In the early 2000s, Lacey's became an omnichannel fashion retailer. This transformation caused Lacey's profit margin to grow by 257%. In 2005, Lacey's made a $200 million investment into their online website. This transition into a fully omnichannel organization implies that Lacey's customers are able to shop online through their website or their new app on mobile devices. Next, I would like to talk about addressing interdepartmental miscommunication, the case of Lacey's. Interdepartmental miscommunication is a common problem that occurs in most businesses and organizations. This type of miscommunication can cause low productivity and competitiveness, increased costs, and low employee engagement and morale. There are 3 steps when trying to address interdepartmental miscommunication. The first step is determining where the miscommunication is coming from. Once you determine where the miscommunication is coming from, you can move on to the second step. The second step is to establish what the miscommunication is. Once both of these steps have been met, you can move on to the third and final step, which is to work out a plan to solve what the miscommunication is. That way that this problem will not happen again.
The utilization of 2 different records for the 2 different departments is an indicator that there is a lack of cohesion between them. This reflects the fact that one department does not understand the needs of another. This is a major issue in department communication as it negatively impacts the ability for the departments to operate effectively and efficiently together. The lack of cohesion between the records and sales department is a major obstacle for the company as it negatively impacts accounting process and creates room for inventory mismanagement and fraudulent activity by personnel. Overall, the problem analysis identifies the possible triggers of the miscommunication between Lacey's and the sales department and the accounting department is to be the 2 different styles of broken information, personal conflict, the utilization of 2 different account systems between sales and accounting department creates a standardization of the company of the accounts. This is because the accounting systems leads employees to discrepancies in the functionality and inventory report presented by the 2 departments. The lack of efficient interdepartmental communication challenges fallacies that are broken flow information. This frustrates the excruciating information between the 2 different departments. Lastly, the conflict between the 2 different departments affects the communication between 2 departments due to the fact that conflicts makes the departments unreceptive to communication, enabling inverse volatile acts by different departments. This is a process major challenges for the organization as they negatively impact the company's capability to function as financial data in its expected efficient manner. Lacey's sales and accounting department play with 2 different functions, hence why it might be difficult to ensure the 2 departments use the same system. However, an interdepartment team comprising of 7 members could be establishing addressing inconsistencies and capturing important information and data. The justification of enabling an interdepartment team enables the company to improve communication between the two departments and its orientation to ensure members share the similar vision, goals, and objectives. This issue can be broken information flow, personal conflict, and can be addressed by undertaking communication training. The program aims to reinforce strengthening company's culture. Since the internal beliefs that are developed outside in the organization, the first component of the training should be focusing on creating awareness how employees and managers of the two different departments handle the internal beliefs to ensure that those in cahoots with each other imply effective communication. The second component of the training program entails exposing members and employees to departmental skills and knowledge and cooperation and creating informal social networks in the workplace. The available scholarship reveals that the cooperation increases the normal reputation among employees working in different departments, which in turn reduces broken information flow and personal conflict.
So now we will go into the timetable for the solution. So the solution will be a long process and involve a lot of communication and teamwork. The timetable is not required, but it's highly recommended that the timeline we show here is followed. So our team believes that the solution will take 3 weeks to implement, an additional week to test to ensure that the solution is rid of flaws. So each week will be from Monday to Friday, and the first week will go into creating the team. So the team will consist of 7 people, 3 members from the accounting department, 3 members from the sales department, and 1 independent member to oversee both departments. So as you can see here, the first week will go into creating a team and brainstorming for the training program. During this week, the team should meet up and brainstorm and think and create the training program. The second week of the project shown here will involve testing and experimenting the effectiveness for the training program. During this week, members from both departments will be selected to take a trial test of the program. This will allow us to see if the program is really effective or not. The third week will be a continuation of the second week, but will be a full implementation. The program should be a required program for every member of both departments. Information about the program should be emailed and posted on a bulletin board for both departments to see. This week will truly test whether or not the program is truly effective. After the third week, the fourth week will go into making sure that everything is in the right order. This is what any improvements and revisions should be made to the team and to the program. After making sure everything has rid of flaws, the program will continue indefinitely, and new employees should take this program once they are hired. Next, we'll talk about the budget. The budget is an essential part of a project, and it can be really costly. The total estimated cost for this project is $21,800. The main 3 costs is the formation of the team. This will go into paying their wages and any expenses they may have. The next big cost is the creation of the training program. The training program can involve hiring coders, web designers, actors, and such to make sure that the program is entertaining and educational. The third big expense is the training program equipment. This will go into buying tables and computers for the program. There are also other expenses that is included, such as miscellaneous expenses and renting out rooms for the program and for the meeting room for the team. This is an estimated budget, so the real expenses may not actually reflect what is written here.
So after coming up with a solution and implementing it, there are 3 different ways to verify if the solution has been a success or not. First, like any other class, the training program can be evaluated through a test. Members of both departments must answer at least 10 scenario questions, 5 multiple choice and 5 free response. This will show if they have learned anything from the program and whether they can bring what they learned in the program to work. Scenario questions should be emphasized for the test because it is based on a real-life situation. An example of a scenario question on a test would be, what would you do if you were recording a financial statement, but the numbers were not accurate with your records? However, for the test to mean anything, there has to be a grading scale. Therefore, all 10 questions will be worth 10 points each, so the overall points would be 100 points. And in order to pass the exam, a score of 85% will be needed. If an employee scores less than an 85%, then they will have to retake the training program to ensure that no miscommunication occurs in the future. The second way to evaluate the success of the solution is to compare the changes before and after the training program. This can be done by assessing the rate of miscommunication between the two departments 3 weeks and 6 weeks after implementation. In other words, when any unbalanced, inaccurate, or miscommunicated errors occur, it will immediately be recorded for future understandings. And then the last method that can be used to evaluate the success of the solution is through a questionnaire survey given to the employees. These answers will give feedback to whether the program was a success or not. An example of a question on a survey would be, did the program make you more confident in communicating with other workers? So overall, through these 3 methods, we can guarantee a safe way of evaluating the success of the solution. So as you have seen, this presentation has addressed a miscommunication event between 2 departments of Lacey's, including how the problem could be resolved and recommendations for practice. At face value, the problem identified entails inconsistent documentation of sales data between the sales department and the accounting department. However, a critical analysis of the problem reveals the underlying causes as the use of 2 different systems, broken information flow and personal conflict. Therefore, rather than experiencing miscommunication between the 2 departments of Lacey's, these issues can be resolved by creating one interdepartmental team and undertaking a communication program to reinforce and strengthen its culture. This team will have the ability to monitor and analyze all activities within both departments. Therefore, we highly recommend implementing the solution to Lacey's because not only will it benefit the employees of Lacey's, but it will also have a massive impact on the way the company runs its business, making sure no conflicts or miscommunication occurs. This solution may seem costly, but overall, it will lead to high profits, job creations, and more direct and indirect benefits. In conclusion, implementing the solution within Lacey's will surely heighten the company itself and will allow Lacey's to continue to be an industry giant during a time of constant technological advancements. Thank you.